Hey guys, I'm just trying again. I'm not getting any sound so far, so just let me try this out here and give me a moment. Just let me check my sound. Hey guys, I'm just trying again. I'm not getting any sound. Okay, we're all good. So, yep, Stephen FOLAN at the table. Let's see what's going on here. You may have just left. I'm not sure if he's thinking about trying to make this one ball down in the corner and possibly asking for if he wants a referee on the shot. Looks to me like the shot's on. There's a bit of a gap between the 9 and the 1. So it looks to me like there's room for this, but definitely close enough that you might want to have someone come and have a look at it. But it's not, if you make it, it's not going to be a foul. But if you were to overcut it, it might be a foul. So that's why he's probably having someone have a look. Oh, maybe not. There's something else going on here. I didn't see the shot because I was too busy trying to get my sound going. So I'm not sure what's happened, but maybe they're talking about a ball moved after, like a certain ball moved, and then maybe it's a foul because a ball crossed a path or something. So just waiting to see what happens here. So again, I wasn't paying attention. So I don't know what the result of this or what caused this. Let me see if I can see on YouTube. Give me half a second. I'm just going to go back here. Okay. I'm just going to have a quick peek here, guys. Hey, guys, I'm just trying again. I'm not getting any sound so far, so what I understand is, oh, I see. Oh, yeah. I mean, I see the point. But the 4 did go up, and the cue ball crossed the path, but not actually. So the cue ball went close to where the 4 is, but did not. The 4 ball did not contact the 1, and the cue ball. Sorry, and the cue ball didn't actually go over the path where the 4 was, because if it had, then they would have hit. So I actually don't believe this is a foul, and I think that's what's been explained. And so LITO is now shooting this 1 ball on the side. Good shot. Yeah, so what happened here, even though Steven did move the 4 ball up here, when the cue ball came across, it passed here. So the 4 ball never actually got to it. So there was no interference at all by the 4 ball being moved. So that's why it would be considered a non-foul. Nice shot. I don't think he really probably didn't want it to drop, only because he's got a slight off angle here now. If this cue ball was sitting over here, this would have been a lot nicer to make on the 6, because now he's going to drift over here this way and make that 6 just a little bit. He may even, I think he's just going to drift it because he's straight enough. I don't know. I don't think he'll play this too firm with inside English and go to the bottom rail, but he might. Looks like he's kind of gearing up for something like that. Yeah, he's just trying to drift it over. Now he's going to be tree-topped a little bit by this 8, but just made it that much harder. If the 4 ball had stayed up, then he'd be able to play a little bit better position on the 5. So now he's got to make the 6 ball just a little bit more difficulty. Yeah, and see, there's the result. If he just... Okay, well, I mean, Steven's got a pretty good bank opportunity here. He does have to bring the angle in a bit, and that means his cue ball is going to be going this way. So he may try to come around, you know, with this shot. Yeah, for sure. Good shot, Steven. Okay, this is again a little bit funny angle. Sometimes the tables are funny. There might be enough room for him to come down here, but it doesn't really help him that much. Like, because then the cue ball is going to come up this way. So it looks like, yeah, he's doing it. Needed to go a little further. He might be able to back cut this one into here, but he was hoping to get up into this area. Well, maybe not there, but like there, to have a little bit of angle to get back down for the 10. So now it's a little tricky. Like, he might back cut this, but he's got to hit it so thin. The cue ball is going to be flying around. It's hard to determine exactly. And the problem with 7-foots is the pockets take up a lot more real estate than they do on a 9-foot table, because they're the same size as a 9-foot table, but there's a lot less rail. So here he goes. He made it. Now it's where the cue ball ends up. He's made a pretty good shot. You know, fairly straightforward cut here. Just going to roll this, try to come over here like this. Perfect. Yeah, so just like I said, that four ball falling in the pocket um, made just that little bit of difficulty for LITO, and made him miss the six ball. If he had a bit more control of where the cue ball was after that shot, then he would have been in a lot better position. But it just, sometimes the table just gets a little funny. That shot that Steven took when he came around here, I mean, that takes a lot of knowledge to know that you're not going to scratch when you take that, because you really only got that much of a rail to work with from an angle. So you got to know that you're where the tangent line is for you, and where the path of your cue ball is going to go. Looks like he's going to get frozen here, on or very close to frozen. The balls are lined up kind of down this way, so I'm not sure if he's going to try anything. He might be able to push the cue ball in this direction, and that might send it, but it's a bit risky, and you got to kind of, there's a lot of guesswork involved when you do that. So we'll see what he does. He can easily go into the two ball and leave his cue ball sort of up here in this area, so that might be the kind of the thing that he's trying. It looks like he's just trying to push the one ball a little bit. I think he tried, but it didn't work out anything near what he was hoping. LITO's got a tough shot here. This 5 causes all kinds of problems for both of these players. I almost like not going for this, to be honest, and just playing the one ball around here and getting your safety. He went for it. Just because of where all the balls are sitting right now, I felt like a safety maybe would have been a better shot if he could have got his cue ball down in here, and then had left his one ball somewhere up in there and try to get a little more control. Steven tried to break out the 5 ball and ended up putting it right back where it was. And he's left a heck of a shot now for LITO. He may be able to swerve this. It looks like that's what he's doing. It looks like he's going to try to swerve this around and make it. The good thing is, if he makes it, the cue ball ends up coming up table here like this for the 2 ball. So I don't think he likes it. He thought about it for a microsecond. Just needs to make the 1, because he'll have a shot on the 2, because the 4 will stop the cue ball. So looks like he might get it. Yeah. Okay. Well, he's got to make a heck of a shot here, because there's not really a natural path. I think he's going to try and bring his cue ball around here. Yeah, that's what he's done. What a shot, LITO. And he got a slight break. I mean, he was trying to miss those 2 balls, but this couldn't have worked out any better for him, except that he's not really that great on the 4. He may elect to kind of draw back into here off the rail and take a shot from there. Looks like he's, it's hard to say what he's going to do here. Yeah, that's what I thought. So at least he has a shot from here, right? Now he's just got to make a good shot. I think he's going to pull his cue ball over here and try to get back down in here. He may elect to roll forward, but I think you're going to see him draw this. Nice smooth stroke. Lots of right hand, low English. And yeah, it's pretty good. He didn't, he let up on it a little bit, which ended up helping him. Usually you hit that a bit stiffer and you try to get the cue ball to come here, and then with the spin, it'll bring it down this way. It's like he hit it a little softer, which ended up working out great for him. I think just draw back. You always want to try to draw back and get a little bit closer. You don't want to sit like way up here taking this shot. So I think we'll see him come back to the middle of the table. And now it's just a question of angles. So he wouldn't mind if he can get his cue ball sitting up right up about this area here. But he would have to play a little inside, I think, to come off of here like this and get up there. I'm not sure if, or he may try and spin it a little bit and go around. Yeah, he's done my way. Perfect. Good shot. A little short. He was trying to be above it so that he could just slide down for the 9. Now he's going to have to, he's either gonna just roll this in and take his cue ball here, or he's going to take it similar to what Steven did on the last rack and bring his cue ball around or something. 9 probably passes this way. He's gone even further to play it back down into this corner. Perfect shot. It's kind of dealer's choice there. Like this one here, the problem is when you're coming across the line this way, if you're short up here, you don't have a great shot. And if you're long down here, you don't have a great shot. So you want to be right where he landed, to be honest. So nice run out from LITO. Okay, 1-1. I think this is going to be a tight race. I mean, both players are capable. One thing, I do apologize. I'm not sure if this is winner breaks or if it's alternating break. I feel like if it's alternating break, the chance of this being a close match is going to be far greater. I do feel that both players have enough talent that if they get hot, they can put a few racks together if it's winner break. So I guess we'll find out. It's hard to tell because right now Steven won the leg and he won the first game, and now LITO. I can't recall who broke. It must be winner break because Steven would have broken again, and now LITO. It would be Steven's break if it was alternating break. So it must be winner's break. And it looks like he's going to scratch here. Not something you want to do against Steven FOLAN. The only saving grace here is that his 4 ball is messed up over here. So he doesn't really have a great way of getting to it. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. He may. Oh, he just went for the 10 ball. So it's early 10s, and he's made it. Okay, early 10s count. I'm learning everything here now. So 2-1 for Steven. Great shot. Probably 10 on the break is a respot, but they're obviously playing early 10s. And really, he had not much else choice to do there because he didn't have a shot to go from the 1 to the 2, really, and the 4 ball being tied up like that. And there was a lot of benefit to going for that because the 1 ball was always going to kind of come over here afterwards and leave himself kind of a fairly easy safety as well if he missed the 10 ball. Okay, looks like he's gearing up for a cut style break here. We'll see if the cue ball goes to the rail. No, head on. Okay, he didn't make anything, and I believe that LITO's got a shot on this 1 ball. It's just a question of how he tries to deal with it. If he can hit it thick enough, he can come down here, try and kind of semi-draw it, and then bring his cue ball up on this side of the 10. Looks like he's jacking up a little, so I think that's what he's doing. That's what he did. He tried for sure, and he got a pretty good shot here. This one's a little more difficult because he can't hold it enough, so he's going to have to bring his cue ball across and then back over here again. So just playing a little bit bottom, a little bit of left-hand siding. I mean, he could go 2 rails forward as well and try to go through here, but I think that's dangerous. Yeah, he got away with it. It's a pretty good shot, but it was dangerous. There was just a lot of obstacles to clear there. Let's see what he does here. I see him going 2 rails forward and trying to get in here, and either playing at perfect speed, trying to get in there, or playing it to bump. Let's see what he comes up with there. He also has an option to draw straight across into them this way as well. So we'll see what he decides to come up with. He's going, looks like he's going top forward. Try to go around. He's coming in behind the 9. Give it a little bump. Great shot. This one here is a little bit tricky. I actually see him putting a little inside English on this and coming up to this side of the table here, possibly coming back out to here. I think he tried that. He got away with this. That was a pretty fortunate bump he had there. I think he tried to put a little inside, just didn't quite put enough on it. But he's come out smelling like a rose. This is nice. I like playing this one here just to settle right about here. And then I like to bring my cue ball and purposefully bump the 8 ball here. So I like trying to drift my cue ball right into the 8. And I, if anything, cheat it just a little bit to this side of the 8. So that way, if you do end up hitting it half ball or something and end up over here, you can still take the 7 down there. He could also come down all the way to the bottom. He's missed it. He's missed the 8. He's got okay though. Wow, he hit that perfect speed. I'm not sure if that's what he was trying. I'm pretty sure he was trying to bump the 8 there, but he's just brought it perfect speed. And now all he's got to do really is just kind of get his cue ball back across the table here, you know, somewhere in this area, and then play the cue ball, kind of make the 8 and play the cue ball back across here. Or if he gets low, then he can just play the cue ball up here and take the 9. So he's gotten low, so he can just roll forward now and take the 9 in the side. Oh, he's missed it. He rushed it and missed it. Boy, he got down pretty quick on that. Didn't give it a really nice stroke like he does. That's going to cost him. It was a rudimentary out. He's going to be thinking about that one for a while. He hit it clearly badly because he scratched, and he had an angle on the shot. So he had to hit it really poorly in order to be able to scratch. Steven, this is going to invigorate Steven. He figured it was going to be 2-2, and now he's up 3-1. You can see Steven's body language and style is he typically gets faster as he starts getting more confidence. He starts running around the table very quickly, doesn't waste much time. And that he gets, as he gets better and he gets going in the tournament, he actually gets faster and faster and faster as he goes. It's kind of like what brings him into the zone, I guess you might say, is that he speeds up, and then all of a sudden his brain is working, you know, the right way for him. So I'm not sure. I was thinking there for a second they might have taken a break. Maybe LITO had wanted to go and think that one through in the bathroom or something, you know, but apparently not. That one's going to haunt him for sure. You know, just careless, kind of. You know, he had some angle. He just something happens sometimes. You're down on a shot, and some weird thought comes in your mind. You know, oh, I don't want to play this with too much angle and hit it too hard or something. Something happened and forced him to make a small adjustment. And that adjustment, you should always make your adjustments when you're standing up. You know, not when you're down on the shot. You should always get back up, reassess, and then go from there. Now Steven's making a great break, but he's not making any balls. So he's hitting them well. He's going to have to make an adjustment on where he's hitting with a magic rack and 10 ball. What you're trying to do is the two balls that rack right here, those two balls you're trying to send into the side pockets like this. So let's pay attention to see if Steven makes an adjustment to try to get those two balls, because I think he's just really just hitting it too hard right now. This is a tough one for LITO. Like, this is almost like a Hollywood kind of shot here, where like if you really want to go aggressive for this, you try and draw this thing around, but like this, but it's not easy. It's hard to get on this. You may elect to play a safety here. Yeah, he has. Good shot. Tough hit for Steven. I don't even know. I mean, he's got to go like this, I think. Like, honestly, like this. And try to come in. I don't think he can get through where he's looking there. He might, if he can, he might try something. If he can get through here, he can just spin it over here, right? But I think he's got to go literally go like 1, 2, 3, 4 rails and try to kick it from the back. The tough part here is the 7 gets in your way a little bit. So if you hit this, you almost got to hit it here. Oh, maybe he can get it. I think he can get through there, or at least he thinks he can. Oh, good shot. Got a rail. It's left the 1 straight in, but I mean, just to make a hit there was something else. Fairly straightforward rack for LITO right now. If LITO can get on this 2 ball the way he wants, I don't know if he can cheat the pocket a little bit and try to draw his cue ball over here. If he can just even get to here, he can play the 2 up in the corner and stay on the 3 ball. So it all depends if he can cheat this a little bit. I think that's what he's looking at right now. He's okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but he's okay. He would have liked to have obviously drawn up maybe over here, but he can send this, and his cue ball, he can just put a little bottom left, just kind of stay down in this area here. It might drift a little more than that, but it's just going to hit this super soft, lots of spin, and he should be able to keep his cue ball. Like I said, maybe, down into this area here. Depends how soft he strokes it. Oh, he's just playing a safety. Okay, smart. Very smart. Although he has left Steven a shot here. Like, I actually favor Steven to make this, come around here and get back down in the 3. It's actually pretty natural. So let's just see. I actually favor this to go in. Oh, he's hit it thick. You can see that's what he was trying. He was trying softer, though, so I don't think he was actually trying to make it. I think if he was trying to make it, he would have hit the ball much firmer. Good shot from LITO. He's finally got some kind of angle that he can work with here. It's like I said, sometimes the table just messes with your head. 6 ball is going to be difficult. It looks like it might pass the 8 down into the corner here, but then you got to be sitting like right up here to shoot this. And with the 5 ball over here like this, it's hard to figure how you'd get your cue ball there. You'd have to be zigzagging across, like this kind of thing in order to get your cue ball into that area. So it's difficult to figure how he would deal with that. I almost like just drawing out into this area right here and then playing your 5 ball, put your cue ball here and playing your 5 ball kind of all around for a safety. I don't see how he's got that kind of angle, but he's also got the kind of angle that can do this. Like I said, it's or even there. I don't think he's got enough to come. I think the 10's in the way. I don't think he can come up here. So it's certainly not easy. I almost prefer playing the safety and just drawing your cue ball, trying to get your cue ball right into here and just naturally send the 5 ball around table. You have no danger of it going in this pocket because the 7's blocking it. He's playing topspin. I don't know where he's going. We'll see. He's just coming over here to play a safety. I think the safety was better on the 5 because this will always be a safety over here, right? So even if he messes up a little bit on the 5, that's always still going to be a safety. Now he's going to have to try to hit a good shot. He hit a good shot, so good for him. Stephen FOLAN's likely going to try to jump this. I'm not sure if he's a good short cue jumper, like short distance jumper. Not all guys are. Sometimes you're a little too. Some guys eat these up, but some guys are just not quite as good at doing that. And got away with it there. Nice shot. So I don't know if LITO attempts this bank. It seems pretty natural, right? Like the line goes from here to here, right from the pocket. But on these diamonds, that's a short bank. So he's going to have to open it up a little if he decides to go for it. So it's a little risky. Yeah, he's going to play a safe. I like his safe too. It's going to be good. Oh, maybe not. I thought he hit good speed. He would have liked this 6 to come out here just a little bit more and have his cue ball up. So it's just a little bit more speed, and that's all. And his cue ball would have been up here somewhere, and then it would have been a much nicer jump. I believe Steven can make this. The problem is the cue ball goes for a ride here and kind of comes like this. He might get lucky and hit the 10, and that might give him a shot on the 7 ball after. If he can catch the 10, he's likely going to have a shot on the 7. But if he misses the 10, it's hard to say. Oh, he's missed the shot anyways. Looks like he's going to get some puck luck here. Yeah, I mean that's sometimes, like I said, the game goes that way against you. LITO's not getting exactly the kind of rolls and positions and stuff like that, and sometimes the table sometimes the first half your opponent gets all the rolls, and second half you're hoping that it changes and you get some of the rolls. But so far it's working against LITO. Looks like he's going to jump this. I thought he might try to just come in behind the 9 and the 10 and try to make this. It's a pretty natural path to the 6 ball here. But it looks like he's going to try to jump it. I don't think he's trying to make it when he jumps it. He's just trying to hit it. But then you're leaving it up to Lady Luck. And Lady Luck does not shine on him in this occasion. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to go for the make there, because I'm thinking if I go for a jump, this is the kind of result I'm going to get most times. So Steven's got a pretty straightforward out here. Just going to roll this forward. I'm looking to see him just kind of roll this in, and he probably just going to come one rail and head right towards the 9 ball. Get a little bit closer. There you go. And this one here is a little straight, so he might just stun forward and take his I can't tell exactly the angle that he's got, but he might just stun this. A little draw, okay. Okay, 4-1 to Steven. You know, again, it goes back down to that shot that LITO messed up on the 8 ball earlier in the side, and it's 4-1 now, and Steven got that game, which made it 3-1, and he also got some fortunate rolls in this game, which gave him the game basically. And a lot of it goes back to that. Sometimes you make a bad shot, and then a whole bunch of other things kind of happen afterwards. Just going to have a peek while we're waiting for these guys to. I just want to see how far Steven is. I believe he's probably about 15th in Canada. I'm just going to go look for the players list. Top player list, Canada. I was interestingly looking yesterday for Jason Klatt, who's very, very close in Fargo to Steven. This is taking a long time to come up for some reason. But Jason Klatt, I was at a house party last night for my sister's 55th birthday, and one of the singers in the band, his name is Jason Klatt, and I was talking to Sean Klatt, and I was talking to Sean yesterday and found out that he's Jason Klatt's cousin. So that was kind of interesting, being a pool player. Oh, LITO's missed that one. He's a little rattled now. He's got to settle down. He's, like I said, he's missed a shot. He's gotten some crummy rolls, and he's just got to kind of settle down and get back. Yeah, Jason's number 13 in Canada, and Stephen FOLAN is number 14 in Canada. So he needs a couple more points to jump up. LITO is funny. LITO must be sitting there. He just sent me a text while this match is going on. We're pretty good friends. We're traveling buddies, me and LITO. There's a 690 at Ox Billiards. And LITO's, I think he was asking me if I want to go with him to that, or he may need me to pay on PayPal for him. He doesn't have a PayPal account. Okay, let's see what happens here. So the 7 ball is a little tricky. We don't like shooting balls down past pockets like this. This little corner here always seems to get in the way. It doesn't seem to matter how close you are to the rail. It's like almost impossible to hit this corner, and sometimes we always do. So I'm just assuming he's going to play this with a little bit of running forward here, and just kind of just trying to get his cue ball over there. He's wanting to go a little closer. These are so hard. these shots that you'd really like to take these on as straight as you can. So let's see what he does with this. See, these are just tough shots. Yeah, he's asking me to make a deposit for him through PayPal to hold his spot for the 690. So Lito's got a pretty good chance to get an out here. I just see him just coming back, bouncing off the rail and coming out to here. I don't see him trying to get down to the side at all. Be a little surprised if he does. I think he's just going to roll off the rail and try to get straight in on the 9. Wow, LITO. He's doing it. I mean, it's good that he did it and he's kind of made it. I don't know if he's going to hold. I think he is. I think he can just roll this and hold. No, he's going down below. Yeah, I didn't love that. I thought that was a little. I think too many things could have gone wrong there for him. So, but anyways, he got out, so I can't judge. But he's up. He's down 4-2 now. At least he gets that one back, and that might start to help him put his head straight a little bit and get back into this match. Okay, LITO to break. Like I said, let's keep an eye on the 9 ball and the 6 ball here. So you're looking to see these 2 balls head towards, maybe not from that angle. So generally, when you're breaking and you want that to happen, you're generally breaking from up here. So the 9 ball was actually going straight into this pocket, which would make sense. The 6 ball wasn't because he broke from this side over here. The 9 ball was going like a rocket towards this pocket, and then it got bumped and it ended up making it up there. But the 9 definitely was tracking right for the side pocket there. That's more of a 9 ball style break, and sometimes it works. Like sometimes tables don't like the traditional kind of down the middle approach, and sometimes you've got to adjust it, and he did this time and he's gotten away with it. I think he's left an edge here for Steven to just skim this. Not that it's going to help him, but it's just not going to hurt him. If Steven can skinny this 1 ball, just get it to the rail, doesn't matter. The cue ball is going to hit the 3 and just kind of drift a little bit. Looks like Steven's thinking about how he's going to come in behind and kick this thing. Like I said, if he can't feather the 1, I don't see him hitting this very hard. I think I just see him kind of running into it a little easy. But it could surprise me. No, he's rifling at it. He's left LITO. I didn't love that for this reason. Like he just had no control over where the balls were going if he did that. And I get it. If you play soft, LITO's just going to play another hook on him, but it's better than leaving this. Okay, LITO, if he's aggressive, he might try to do this. Okay, and get shape on the 4 ball here. Looks like he's putting some right hand spin on it. He might be doing this. Okay, I'm not sure if that's what he was trying to bump or not. It's hard to tell by the way he stroked it. You'd think he would have hit it a bit harder if he was trying to go into those to open it up, but he's definitely still in position. The 7 does go. It's not like it needs to be broken out. It goes in 2 pockets up here, but the 6 being up there, it's likely he's going to shoot it in the lower. So now it's just I think he's got a little off angle again on this 5 or 4, I should say. He might have to go around. Okay, he's going to play the combo on the 5-8. The 5 is naturally going to want to go this way. So he's going to have to try to control this. Let's see what his plan is. There, he hits it hard. He's gonna be okay for the 5 down in the corner. Not an easy shot by any means. He could also cut it into the side here. Again, not an easy shot. Cut this into the side and it kind of come around, hopefully miss all that stuff and get on the 6. So let's see what I mean, otherwise he's trying to make the 5 in the corner and going back and forth, and side pockets are coming into play, all kinds of stuff. He might elect for some kind of a safety here, maybe. I think he's going to play it down in the corner. Gutsy. I mean, if you miss that, that ball's a hanger, right? It's not bobbling out or anything. So it was all or nothing shot, and he did it. So I like playing this one actually with a little bit of top, right? And just kind of coming out into here, or you could draw it out the same way, getting to that spot right there. So it's pretty good, straight in. You probably would have liked a little bit of angle on this thing in some direction, whether it's on this side or on this side, just a little bit of angle. But he's probably just gonna. I think he's gonna roll forward here on this actually and take the 10 ball up into here. Maybe he's drawing. Yeah, he's drawing similar to what Steven did over here earlier. He just kind of drew and took the harder shot. Just a tiny bit of angle, and he could have played away from the 10 ball and gotten himself in a little better position. These are missable. You know, these back cuts are always missable. He's hit it great. So LITO making a bit of a comeback now. It's 4-3. He seems like he's settling down. Okay. Perfect shot here. The only thing is I'm not 100% sure the 4-ball. It looks like it does. It's a tight pocket, but if he can just drift over here on this 3-ball and take the 4, he's looking at it now. I mean, otherwise he's going to have to play a combo on it, or he draws all the way over here instead and takes the 4 into this pocket over here. I'm just gonna actually, I'm sorry, I haven't had my chat up. Sorry guys, Ruben, I don't know where this is. I just kind of volunteered to jump in here and commentate. I haven't really been following the bracket. So I'm not 100% sure. Su Cheng, thank you. Remios, thank you. And good morning, Chad. How you doing? So he's left himself. This is pretty tough. I mean, to take this on with a partial pocket, this is a tough shot here. I almost like him, you know, playing this ball up here and just try to drift your cue ball into here, something like that. Not that that's super easy. It might not even be possible, but I almost don't like him going for a shot here now because of the situation he's got here. Because his cue ball is going to be coming this way, and it's going to be a tough shot on the 5. Yeah, he's playing a safety of some kind. He's don't know if he's really gotten away with it because, you know, the definitely off the rail, off the 9 kind of shot available for Steven here. Pretty straightforward 5-ball. There's lots of room for it to go by the 6 here. Doesn't have to really do anything with the cue ball. He made you know, he hit that a little fat and got away with it. It went in. So he's good. Now he can just play like this. Pretty straightforward shot. Just come out here and take the 7-ball into the corner. Oh, he's playing it long. Okay, fair enough. Off the top rail here, like this. Try to come down right like this. He's not hit it very well. He's gotten away with it. He wanted to be down, at least down into here, you know, for this shot. Now he's got to kind of just go back. It's not a tough shot on a 7-foot table, but he's going to go back and forth now. He's going to probably hit this shot like this and just kind of come back here like this. That's what I'm thinking. He could slow drift it. Guys just don't like hitting these slow and do 1 rail. Yeah, he slow drifted it. Same spot. I see a lot more of the top players hit those on the firm side rather than the soft side, but this was fine. On a 7-foot, you really get away with that kind of stuff a lot more. So Steven goes up 5-3. Little carelessness again from LITO there. He really overhit that 3-ball that he took into the side, and that's what caused all these problems. He needed to just pinch that in with this, you know, as soft a stroke as he could to just make it fall on the side. Don't let your cue ball drift too far from the 3, and he let it drift way too far and kind of hurt himself by getting jacked up over the ball in the middle of the table. So now he's gone. There you go. Let's see exactly what happened. The 5 ball went into here, and the 7 ball went into here, and you see his break was much softer. So he's figured out that he was hitting it too hard. He hit a nice controlled break. Cue ball barely moved, and those 2 balls went in the side pocket. That is a textbook 10 ball break on a 7-foot table. I just see him drifting this one. You got to be a little bit careful. I kind of see him just drifting this in, but he might elect to come across here like this. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it was a bit risky just to drift it. So he's got some angle here. He's gonna be kind of coming like this. It's not the greatest, but if he can get his cue ball to kind of zip into this area here, he might just slow roll it in and take something from over here. So it just depends on how he's feeling about this. Yeah, there you go. Pretty straightforward shot here. He definitely wants to get on this side of this line here. So that's why he's hit it a bit firm, and he's come over here. Perfect. The reason for that is so now he can just play off the rail and up here like this, rather than trying to fight it somehow, go around the other way. Okay, and he should just drift down, make this, and just kind of drift down into this area right here. You can do this 2 ways. You can go forward 2 rails, or you can just go straight. He's going to go forward 2 rails. You see, that's the area that he's targeting. Good shot. And I see him just coming over here now. Okay, Steven's getting a bit more spry in his step again. Remember I said when he starts getting going, he starts to speed up a little bit, and he's starting to kind of move. You see his body motion changes a little bit as he gets rolling. When he's practicing, I've watched Steven practice before a match. He literally just gets down and starts bashing balls at top speed too. A lot of times. Like a lot of guys are working on their touch and how soft they're going to hit the ball for the table roll. Steven's just firing balls in at 100 miles an hour. It's just kind of what gets him going. Okay, so let's watch this again. He's softened his break. Let's watch the 6 ball and let's watch the 4 ball and see if they make it into the side pocket. I like the cue ball kind of sitting kind of where it is as well. So it's not going to put as much into this. There goes the 6. He hit that one harder. And when you hit it harder, they go up here like this. So he's got to back off a little bit. He hit that one about maybe 20% harder than he hit the last break. And but it's hard to tell yourself to soft break. You know what I mean? But that's the result. The balls came up higher. If you hit the break too soft, those balls come low like this, and they don't even get to the pockets. So you got to find the right speed for the table you're playing on. This is a little tricky. If the 1 doesn't go, Lito's going to try and put his cue ball here, but he's got to be careful. He wants to make sure he gets a rail here. Yeah, good shot. I was worried about him hitting the 7 and then having both balls, like the 7 ends up here and the 1 ends up here, and neither ball gets a rail, but he managed to find the rail, no problem. Steven's going to have to juice this in a little bit because the natural angle's taken over by the pocket. He rushed that a little bit. I mean, he just kind of jumped down and hit it. I guess he figured he knew what he was trying to do, but yeah, he rushed it a little bit and it's given LITO a shot. Lito's just got to come up here. He wants to be as almost as straight in as you can. Like you want to flirt with the 8 ball a little bit here and try to get fairly straight in so that he can draw his next shot back down here again for the 3 ball. He's elected to go up. Yeah, it's similar. It's a little funny now. He might try to punch it. Not easy to try to punch that over. Or he might try to go 2 rails forward. This is the problem. It's a good. He hit that fantastically great, but you can see there was a lot of trouble. He hits that a little firmer. He's hooked a little more, and he goes in the pocket. You know, there was danger there, but he hit it fantastic. Okay, I like him going 2 rails forward here now with a little bit lower on the cue ball, so more like middle siding. And what that does is it brings the ball over this way a little more instead of top spin, which would bring the ball. If you went top, it would bring the ball to here. And that doesn't help you. So when you hit it with middle ball, then it'll bring it around and he can get over, sorry, you can get over to this side of the table over here. See that? So yeah, you just got to lower your cue ball a little bit, and you can widen that angle the way it comes out. Okay, he's just got to drift this in. Doesn't have to do anything. You know, his cue ball is likely going to be on the wrong side of the 5 here. I don't think he can really avoid that. But just make the ball first and foremost. And he's actually gotten perfect on it. So he put a little bit of right hand English on that and made it come forward a bit, because now he can just make this 5 and drift over here. So which will be perfect for him. He can maybe come out. He can either just drift over or he can bump it off the rail and come out here a little bit. Looks like it'll probably come off the rail. All right. Well, he could just bump this, you know, stun it in a little bit, and just to bump off the rail a tiny little bit and play that. I don't I don't like him trying to draw this. It looks like he might be, because he might hit the horn. Let's see what he decides here. Okay, he kind of was like half and half of what I was talking about. He kind of stunned it and drew it a little bit, so brought it back a bit, hit it firm. I like him just playing this and playing it just to draw it back to about here, and then be on the 8 ball that he can drift over here a little bit for the 9. He might be rolling forward though and playing the 8 in the corner up in here. Yep. A bit funny angle, but he's okay. There's nothing hard about this. But he might just drift this in now and try to get his cue ball right about here, I think. Nice and easy. Perfect. And now he can, I think he's going to punch it a little bit and just stun his cue ball over here. Oh, he's lost his cue ball a little bit. He's okay. Kind of gave that one a little bit too much. Maybe not enough draw. All right, Lito keeping it close, bringing it back to 6-4. Sorry, guys, I just got to mute myself for a minute. Sorry, guys, I have some work being done in my house right now, and I just had to go out and talk to the boys. So 6-4. Looks like there's a bit of a player's break anyways. So looks like Steven's back or LITO's back. I'm not sure if Steven took a break or LITO took a break. I think I see Steven walking around, so I think LITO's the one on the break. Anybody else watching the match? So it's one thing I can't see when I look from here is how many people are watching the match. Just going to refresh the screen for a second. It says 32 people are watching. Okay, LITO's back. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Didn't make any balls. Steven's just going to lift that. He may be able to skinny this one, which if he can, it's risky, but he might go for it, because if he can move the one ball just over here a little bit, looks like he's just going to play a push. He's decided to make the 6. Now let's see what happens here. I mean, should be a fairly straightforward safety for LITO to run this one ball and get his cue ball back up here and leave the one ball kind of down in this area here. So he hit a little softer and it's perfect. He's got a big wall there. I mean, I felt like that was a pretty easy safety for him, and Steven gave him a pretty good opportunity to do that. It's difficult sometimes to know where to push out to. That's a very, very big talent in the game. See a lot of times players pushing out into oh, what a great shot. What a great shot. If he makes it, boy, oh boy. I mean, I'm sure he's, well, he would have had a shot on the 2, but I'm sure he's almost happy that he didn't make it. I don't know what LITO's going to do here. He might have to go 2 rails this way. He might have to go 2 rails. It should widen just like that. So if he hits it kind of right where I've put it there, then it should be fairly close. Let's see. I'll leave my lines here just to see what he ends up doing. And if he's just got to get contact with it, it'll drop. I think it's impossible not to. Could scratch, so he could hit them both. He could hit the one on the low side. So this should come a little wider on the second rail, So let's just see how he hits it. Yeah, he went too wide. So he needed to, I could see how he was aiming, that he was aiming a little bit low on the rail here instead of where my line was, because the second rail always goes a little wider. And that might have gone if he'd hit it like quite a bit faster, but not at that speed. At that speed, it naturally wants to widen as well. Mike, they usually do these on Digital Pool. I don't know, truthfully. I've only just was asked to come and commentate for this, but I'm pretty sure the bracket would be on Digital Pool, and just type in Silver Star Saloon and you'll probably get a bracket there. Let me go look myself, actually. Let me just have a quick peek, see if I can find it. Digital Pool. So I want to see if it's there. Silver Star. Nine ball, August 2nd. No. Vancouver Open 10 ball. There it is. Yeah. So if you go to Digital Pool, type in Silver Star, it'll be there's the Vancouver Open bracket that you'll see there. So Steven's just making short work of this. Left himself a long but straight in shot on the 9 ball. It looks like he's a little straight, so he's probably going to want to just drift forward into this area right here. Oh, he stunned it over. He had a tiny bit of angle. Not perfect. I mean, but it's he should make this on a 7 foot. It's not a difficult shot. And Steven goes up 7-4. I'm just going to go have a quick peek at the bracket now myself, because I haven't seen the bracket yet. I just want to see what's going on here. So these guys are, this is a B-side losers bracket round. Loser of this match ends up 9th through 12th. Still a lot of big names in the A side. Luis Orellana, Eric Vargas, Stephen Holm, and Damian Pompanek. A bunch of big names in the area. And looks like it's going to be a great tournament still. Lots of good pool left to come. Secret Wong, how are you, darling? Hey, Secret, Lito's asking me if I can give you the $25 on PayPal for his to hold his spot. Do I need to do that, or can we hold a spot for him? That's for the U690 at Ox that you're going to be putting on. Just costs more money when I do it through PayPal, because there's fees and stuff. Okay, thanks, Secret. I appreciate it. He's been playing his match and he's been texting me asking me to send you some money. Oh, okay. I'll get LITO to give it to Clay. Perfect. Thank you. I'll text him that right now. Thanks so much, Secret. Okay, I think Steven's gonna have to just play a safety here. I don't really see. He might play this kind of, bank it this way, although it's not that great, and then bring his cue ball across here. But oh, he thinned it. Great shot. It's kind of left the same thing for LITO though. Like LITO can hit this fairly thick, and the two ball will just kind of sit up by the three, and then the cue ball will do the same thing. But not that it's easy from that distance, but that's it's a fair chance that this will work out good for him. Secret, right? I mean, maybe if he was worrying about his match a little more than his entry. Yeah, see, as long as he doesn't scratch, yeah, he's good. So tough shot here for Steven. He may go for this though, because when he hits this, the cue ball is going to go into the three, send the three this way, and the speed will deaden on the cue ball, and the cue ball will probably end up coming like, down this way or something. So he may elect to go for this. No, sir. He's not. He's playing a nice safety here. LITO's going to have a little bit of trouble. He's going to call the five. He's got to play this with a tiny bit of spin because I don't think the natural angle is quite there. So he's going to play with a little bit of spin, try to make this. But I honestly think he hopes he doesn't make it, because if he... Oh, he's left that one. Secret, it's because I have a PayPal account. He's asked me if I would pay the $25 for him. I'm not sure he realizes that you're nice enough to let him get away with it. So, Stevens mishit this. Two ball does not go now. So he's misplayed that a little bit. Okay, made a good shot. LITO's this is trouble, because LITO can't really come and play this across this side, because you almost always scratch. They're trying it. I mean, some guys try it; they can hit it thin enough, and if he could hit it thin enough, he can go two rails around. But big risk. He's going to come off this rail probably, and see if he can get something to happen. It'd be nice if he could come off the rail and then have the two ball kind of bounce over here and leave your cue ball. Okay, just fly at it. He didn't waste any time there, did he? Not that the result is avoidable. I mean, it was just at that point you just got to hit the ball, pick a speed that you want to hit it at, and hope that good things happen. Good angle here. I think we're going to see him go two rails forward like this, and try to come into this zone right here for the six ball. He could also just like play it in and come straight down. So it's kind of dealer's choice here. It looks like he's playing it straight up and down. He's a bit off. No, he's good. He's good. I thought he was drifting a little over this way, was going to end up in no man's land there, but he's done well. Another good shot there. He's left himself tough, though, to get back on this 8-ball. He's going to have to go forward and then play with some right-hand spin and try to come out this way a little bit. These are always a bit dodgy. Good shot. Pretty straightforward here. He's going to go 2 rails forward. Get out into here for the 10-ball. This is going to put Steven on the hill. 8-4. Okay. So he's made a ball. Actually, he's made 2 balls. Looks like he's made the balls in the side again. I don't know that for sure. I was away from the screen for a second, but there's 2 balls missing. I'm assuming those are the 2. 1 ball just didn't jelly up nicely for him. He's playing a nice little easy safety here, and this is going to put LITO on his back foot a little bit because I don't think he can get to this from this side. So he's going to have to come either this way or he might even come this way. But this way looks like he's got to put a little spin on it. Maybe he can get there. Oh, he must be able to get to this. Something that I can't see. He must be able to get to there. He could. All right. So I'm assuming Steven's going to try to cut this in, but maybe not, because there's no guarantee you're going to be on this 2-ball just because of how things are sitting. If his cue ball like ended up over here, he'd be in a bit of trouble. So we'll see what happens. He's going for it. He missed it. That was a bit of a kind of a lackadaisical stroke he took there. LITO can probably just stop the cue ball right here, and that'll give him a line to make this, cut this into the corner. I don't think he's got to do too much. He might try to draw back an inch or 2. No, he's missed it. I think this will probably be curtains for LITO. I don't see, except for the 7-ball to the 9, I don't really see any difficulty. I think he drifts this one kind of into here. A little light, but he got away with it. Just come out here now. Just wants to be, he wants to kind of draw back almost to where he is right now, if he can. Probably with a bit of angle, I think he looks like he can draw back to about here. Oh, off the rail. He had a bit more angle than I thought. So he's left himself a little angle. I don't think he's going to pinch it. I think he's just going to drift over here. Now he just wants to leave himself a little angle here. He doesn't want to get straight in on this 7-ball at all. So he's going to come down off the bottom rail, just come straight back up the table. Oh, he's left it tight. Okay, this is a bit tricky. These ones here, you can sometimes draw them off the rail and they kind of come right towards the 10-ball here. So he's got to hit this good. See, he's coming towards the 10. He looks like he's going to be just fine. And that's a wrap, guys. Thanks very much for tuning in. Hope I didn't bore you too much. I'll see you guys some other time.